Wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Miggy for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring, sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? Happy hump day! You already know what it is. Your boy Scotty, we're back with another one. Hope all you Bammers out there having a great Wednesday midday. I know some of you Bammers on your lunch break and all this type of stuff. So, man, just blessings. Just blessings on blessings on blessings. That's all I can do for you. Now, it's a lot that I want to get into today. right? I know you Bamas has all seen the Ed Reed pivot interview. I ain't bringing nothing new. I'm just gonna bring my little perspective. This is my little perspective, you know. We talking about some coaching hires, and we're gonna talk about some transfer portal. Now, listen, you know I'm the graphics guy, right? I like to have graphics for everything. But listen, I'm not dealing with y'all Bamas today, okay? I'm gonna have a transfer portal screen. I'm not about to put all them Bamas up on the transfer portal. It's hot, okay? Just know that is hot. I'm talking about stove top hot, oven on broil hot, okay? Now, my girl Paris has dropped some names. Shout out to you, Paris. She's always one step ahead of me. She dropped some names of some players that are in the portal. Now, Harold Blood's in the portal. Who else? Givens from Southern, huge loss in the portal. Who else I saw in the portal? Of course, some players from Jackson State. Who else is in the portal? Of course, you know my boy Andrew. Of course, you know Alabama State wide receiver Keyshawn Johnson. That Bama been offered by everybody. Hey, appreciate you, Sean. You know, Mama Harris hooked me up for my birthday. Got me a little Negro League Classic baseball. It got like the whole jank on the back and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Terrence Ellis. Is that Mr. Pretty Eyes? I think that's Mr. Pretty Eyes. Yeah, that's Mr. Pretty Eyes. Mr. Pretty Eyes. So Mr. Pretty Eyes. She said quarterback, linebacker. Oh, the linebacker. Oh, damn. Okay. Terrence Ellis from linebacker from Alcorn is in the portal, right? So listen, the transfer portal is really hot right now. I think I saw FAMU lost a DB in the portal. So you know, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. Who else? I don't think PV lost nobody. Cause ain't nobody worth losing. Oh man, I needed that laugh. You know what? Jamari Jones. Paris? Now, don't make me go back and pull my old video talking about Jamari Jones and how he wasn't a quarterback. But then his parents want to jump on the live stream. They want to jump in the comments, or one of his family members. Oh, you don't know nothing about my people. Da 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 da. I like that man ain't no quarterback. He's not a quarterback. He's an athlete. And now a non-quarterback is in the portal trying to be a quarterback. Man, miss me with that. Like I said, so y'all can go back and watch the video. Okay, like I said, everything I say is on wax. It just is what it is. Stop it. Okay, stop it. So that Bama need to go down to D2 and make it work. This one hurt. Not Jawan. I think it's Josh Howe. The freshman running back from South Carolina State was in the portal. Now, I'm going to be honest. Some South Carolina State fans told me straight up, they're like, yo, Scotty, our running back room is so deep. And that's when y'all be like, how deep is it that they say they can lose him and not even lose a step? That's how deep. They said that somebody from South Carolina told me, they said, Scotty, our running back room is so deep. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? So, they said they good, right? They say they good. Now, I'm not saying he ain't good, because how was that guy? But they said they straight. They said they got a kid. I don't know if his name is Tyler Smith or Tyler Shaw. He was like the leading rusher in the state of South Carolina, some crazy stat like that. So, they said they good. That's what they said. They said they good. So, you know, I'ma just leave it at that, because, you know, them South Carolina State people don't be talking like that. But what they do, Lord have mercy. What they do is when they do speak, you gotta listen. That's the thing. That's the thing with South Carolina State fans. When they listen, when they speak, you gotta listen, because they don't talk. They don't do too much talking. But when they got something and they know something, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So just wanted to throw that out there like that. Yo, I hate when, shout out to you. Shout out. You know who just texted me? I hate when Bama's text me while they watching the show because then it makes me laugh at what the stuff they say. Anyway, so I had to do that right there. So Tyler J. Smith, yeah, him. So they said they deep. Yeah, they said they deep. So they said they was good. So, they said we straight. We Gucci. You know what I'm saying? And they lost I don't know if their center is going. No, they lost a old lineman too, but losing Chambers is going to be huge. I wouldn't be surprised if he go to an NC State or a Wake Forest or something like that. The kid is group of 5 in Power 5 level. He like that. So, yeah, they're losing Chambers hurts as well. So, man, the portal is just crazy in the sense of, kids just want the opportunity to feel like they can show off their talents in the situation. And let me say that. And let me say this, right? Rob J in the portal? Oh, sniggity. Right? So let me say this. Let me get this. Let me get to this guy. Now, Seven McGee's in the portal. Now, this is the stuff that kills me about Jackson State fans. That's why I can't stand their ass. Now, when Seven McGee, now go back and watch all the mass meetings and how Mr. Emotional will get on and talk about something. Oh, we injury prone, but wait till we get Seven McGee. We don't even got Seven McGee on the field. See, they don't even know. So they don't even know what we got. They don't know. They don't see what they think they know. They haven't even seen the full onslaught of weapons that we have, and blah and blah 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 blah. Now Seven McGee in the portal. Now they talking like, oh, we didn't need him. He had fumble problems. He wasn't this and he wasn't that. But all through the upseason, all through the season. All through the season, they have been talking about how good Seven. Mike did a whole show and said, wait till we get Seven McGee back. Now, all of a sudden, you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you better than I can tell you, because I can't, I like to be real with mine. You know what I'm saying? Because let me see here. I gotta find it. When I find it, because Mike out here texting. He out here. Let me see. He probably quoted it. He ain't quoted. Mike, let me see. I'm going to his page. Mike talk about something. Oh, we not worried. We didn't need him. I'm like, what? Not Mike Reed. Not Mike Reed. Hold on. Let's see if he in the replies. My bad. I be doing stuff. Here you go. Oh, nah. Here you go. He said, people act like the portal works only one way. Well, based on what my man Mike was saying, Seven McGee was everything. Seven McGee was everything. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't get caught up in the hype of these mass meetings. I just had to put another YouTuber in a place last night on Coach Hayes' podcast, on his YouTube channel. They was out here acting like they insiders. Oh, I know everything about Colorado and what's going on. I think they're going to win 8 to 9 games. Negro, please. You meant the 8 in the other category with the L's on top of it, not the dubs, with the L's. Okay? Now, let me say this. I bet you if Seven McGee take his ass to FAMU, he'll be a champion next year. I bet you that. FAMU love them 5'8", 5'9" little ninjas. They love them Bamas. Hey, the shorter the better at FAMU. They'll get them little midgets that have them running around, be like a whole 8U team out there. You know what I'm saying? Just fast little ninjas everywhere. Just little feet moving like this. Stop playing. Marcus Raleigh ain't 6 foot. Shareed ain't 6 foot. Xavier wasn't 6 foot. All them members killing y'all ninjas. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing, man. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? So, Anyway, 7, take your ass to fam so you can play Jackson and demolish him like you're supposed to. All right. So it's gonna make my little 2 cents on that anyway, right? Now, before I move on, all right, let me bring something up to you guys. Cause did I send it already? Nah, I ain't send it. Let me send it to myself. Oh, wrong one. Gotta send this to myself. Cause I want to show you, cause a lot of people be disrespecting me, right? Like I ain't got no sources. Like I ain't got no insiders outside of the mass meetings. Okay? Let me just say that. Bama's be acting like I ain't got no sources outside. So let me just bring this up real quick. Before I get started in today's show. Now, I don't know who Mirror Man is. I don't know if he's a Michael Jackson fan or not. Don't give 2 shits. But what he says, and look at the date. Look at the date. Look at the date. He says, so Offscript said 7 McGee, Rico Powers, and Duke Miller and others are going to the transfer portal as soon as the season ends. Let's see if he's right or is he just more JSU hate. Now, if we playing baseball, going 2 for 3 is pretty damn good if I do say so myself. That's an all-star. Okay, I go 2 for 3. I hit 2 for 3. You might put me in the all-star game. Okay? I'm just saying. My sources be sorcering. Okay? My guy knows a guy who knows a guy, and my guy be right. So, y'all act like I'm just out here I just be out here talking. I just want to make that very clear. So shout out to you, Mirror Man, for putting that on Twitter, for putting that on wax for me. So now when Duke Miller, who's in the portal, so 7 McGee, who's in the portal. Oh no! Oh no! Y'all was too busy listening to the mass meeting. Once again, I say again, go back to my old video of the transfer evaluations. I did Duke Miller. I did an evaluation of Duke Miller. And I said, he's not that good. I said that. Just like I said, Damon Stewart was that guy. What did he end up being? That guy.
Baby, who is Swipe? Who is Swipe? Oh, man, breathe. I wake up motivated. I wake up motivated.
I don't know why y'all been must be doubting me, man. I don't know why y'all been must be doubting me. I said that nigga went good and the ninjas don't act like I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Whatever. Hey, once again, if you guys want to migrate, it's nothing wrong with, listen, man. Okay, let me just say this. It's nothing wrong with just like it's nothing wrong with tuning into the mass meeting and then trying to get other perspectives outside of the mass meeting. But when you just go to the mass meeting and you drinking the Coke Kool-Aid, because it's extra blue over there, boy, that joker blue, right? And you drinking the Coke Kool-Aid and you not mixing it in with no water, you're not diluting it, you gonna get false expectations. Okay, because I can check off a list of how much wrong stuff was being spewed from the mass meeting. You know how I know? Because y'all Bammers from the mass meeting would come over on the breakdown, including Mike, talking about, oh, the coalition said this, and the coalition said that, and the coalition did this, and the coalition did that. And then all of a sudden, the coalition right. I'm the president of the coalition club, and we right. So it don't make no sense to me. It don't. Oh, gosh darn it! Say it again, sir. Don't you say it.
If I make you feel some type of way,
I said it! God darn it, strong people need love too. Boy, you about to make me pull up that video so damn fast. I think I gave that Bama a D. I think I gave that evaluation a D. Does anybody remember that? I know Paris remember because she was like, oh, he a backup. He won't even play. We just need it for depth. Oh my God, nobody cares what you say, Scotty. The film does not lie. And I said, and I remember because Sean was in there. I said, Sean, how in the hell do you got a Bama 6'5", 330 and getting blown off the ball? Blown off the ball. The Bama's like 6'5", 330, and he 15 yards backwards. But all of a sudden, they know football though. Oh, he's depth. He's a depth beast. Oh my God, he's depth. He's all depth. I'm just saying, y'all. One day, okay. Listen, I know it might not hit y'all. You know, I got my follower. Like, I got people who really rock with me. And they be like, you know what Scotty say is goated. And when I'm wrong, I'll come on here and say, damn, I was wrong. I said that I ain't no issues. I said I was wrong. No, damn, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like 90% right. Okay, I be like 90% right most times. So one day y'all Bama's gonna come on here and be like, you know what, Scotty? God damn it, you right. And I'll be like, I appreciate that, man. Because I don't need you to tell me, I really don't need you to tell me that you was right. I really just need y'all niggas to say, like, I was wrong. I don't need y'all to tell me I was right. I just need y'all to say, I was wrong, Scotty. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, so I just appreciate that. I appreciate y'all. Let's move on. I want to talk about this, right? I've been getting a lot of DMs. And I know a lot of you Bamas are like, Scotty, who gives two shits about UAPB? I agree. I don't give two shits about Pine Bluff. What is a Pine Bluff? Anyway, but the problem that I'm having is this, right? Because this is all we're on the street. Is the mass exodus from UAPB is nobody really likes Alonzo Hampton. Like, I have been getting the same message from parents, from students, from players. Like, nobody likes this ninja. Nobody likes this Bama at all. I mean, like, it's, and you know, sometimes you have to ask sometimes, because with this new generation, sometimes you got to ask, do y'all know what coaching hard means? Or like, is he just a hard coach? There's two different things, because you can coach somebody hard, right? And they will feel like they're like susceptible to like, oh my God, he's so hard. He's tyrannical or whatever. But I really, like, I'm telling you, in Paris, and I get what you're saying, because he comes off in the media like really like gung-ho, energetic type of guy. But I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, some of the most impactful players on that team is telling me that he's the problem. Like, and I never said anything. And this was back in spring. They started hitting me up in the spring. And I had a guy tell me like, oh, Scotty, like he trying to act like he Deion Sanders, like he's big time and all this and all that. I'm telling y'all, man, listen, I'm just telling you, like, a lot of players just don't like how he moves, right? A lot of players don't. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, because I do not know, right? I don't know at all. So I don't know Alonzo Hampton like that to say he is or he's not. All I'm telling you, that's why it's called word on the street. From what I've been told by a lot of people, and that's the thing. It's not just the players, it's parents, it's people around the program, it's alums that go around the program. So I'm really giving up my sources because ain't that many people around UAPB. So I'm essentially giving you my sources. If I'm telling you people around the program, it's probably like 5 ninjas around the program. Process of elimination. It's Pine Bluff. You feel me? So it's sad. It's sad because you have to weigh it with the new generation of, are they just sensitive or is Alonzo Hampton a problem? Now I'm gonna tell you where he rubbed me the wrong way. Right? I'm gonna be honest. Where he rubbed me the wrong way is when he threw his quarterbacks under the bus. Right? When he was like, "Oh, this quarterback don't go to practice, or he don't watch film, and he don't do this, he don't know the playbook and all." I ain't gonna lie to you, I was completely off the I was off the Alonzo Hampton bandwagon. I was like, bro, you don't do that. You just do not do that. Like, as a leader, you take those bullets. You handle all that, because I said this, and I remember saying this. I said, because if those players came out and said, Alonzo Hampton don't know what he's talking about, Alonzo Hampton don't be in the film room, Alonzo Hampton ain't a good coach, now they're the problem. So to me, when you know you're in the position of power, you have the microphone in front of your face, you do not do that to players who do not have the same ability. They can't, if they care about their scholarship, they can't call me up and jump on an interview and say, Scotty, I want to rebuttal what Coach Hampton said about me on SWAC on the SWAC conference call, right? I didn't like that. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I ain't like that. I don't respect that at all, because you took this job. Let me get time to cook here. I hate when Bamas do that crap, right? Like, you wanted to be a head coach so bad. You took a below average job, and then you want to throw ninjas under the bus that you took a below average job and you can't find the talent and you can't cultivate it. I'm not respecting that. That's why you got to give some respect to Coach Wade and how he moves that valley, because he don't make excuses. He just say, hey, this happened, blah, 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 blah. But we going to keep working. We're going to be at it next week. And then next week he get blown out by 30. Right? But he understands the situation, that he understands the mountain that he decided to climb. I think Alonzo Hampton didn't understand the mountain that he decided to climb. Because when you start throwing people on the bus, it sounds like you're trying to save yourself. You're trying to save yourself from the embarrassment. You're trying to save yourself from the criticism. But accountability is rule number 1 over here at Offscript. We gonna hold Bama's accountable. So Alonzo Hampton, take this accountability part, my boy, because the way you move it now, I heard he fired his OC. You know what I'm saying? Bama just out here firing OCs and stuff like that. So, all right, whoop-de-doo. But I'm going to tell you this. We'll see. We shall see, because all that motivation and all that in the press conference, and, yeah, that wins over fans. That wins over sidewalk fans like us, right? I get it. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, Bama's looking at this Bama. I'm telling you, people are looking at this Bama sideways. And not a lot of people. He doesn't have a lot of fans in the locker room. I just say that. That's what I've been told. That's word on the street. It's word on the street. So, take it how you want to. But you took that job, Alonzo. Don't be trying to feel like that Bama from training day, Alonzo. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Mijo. I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. Come on, Alonzo. So, just want to make that my little 2 cents. Also, word on the street. Bama's out here getting fired, okay? Eddie Robb, real estate agent, fired Harry Williams Jr. Now, sources say that's the reason why Keyshawn Johnson jumped in the portal, right? That, because if you didn't know, Harry is his uncle. I say again, Keyshawn Johnson, the wide receiver that jumped in the portal, Harry Williams is his uncle. So they're kind of like a package deal. They were a package deal. So, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, right? Like I don't talk to a lot of Alabama State fans, but I know a few, right? I know a few. And a lot of them feel that it's the offensive play caller's fault. Like they're like, hey, Scotty, the play caller, I hear that all the time. The play caller. And I'm telling y'all, I'm sorry. It's just okay. I'm gonna be, maybe it's me. Okay. Maybe I put too much into the UCLA game, right? Because it's just hard for me to do this. It's hard for me to say, how can a guy call an amazing game against a Power 5 school and then everything against the SWAC looked like he bumped his head and forgot how to call plays? Because that's really what it looks like. I'm telling you, I know people like, oh, Scotty, I'm telling y'all, if you go and watch them play UCLA last year, not this year, the year before last, when they had Demetrius Davis and Miles Carter on the team. If you go back and watch that game, Harry Williams was in his bag. I'm talking about, like, what's that song? I'm so deep in my bag like a grandma with a peppermint. Like, I'm so deep in my bag like a grandma with a peppermint. Like, that's how deep, no homo, Harry Williams was in his bag. He was in that jank deep, right? I mean, caramel Werthers, the little strawberry candy with the little green, the wrapper with the green on it and all that. That's the grandma candy. That's the old people candy. That's how deep in his bag he was. So for me to see him do that against UCLA, and then I for the past year and a half to see what he's done over the past 2 years, I'm like, huh? I'm like, I just feel like, listen, Alabama State fans, I know y'all want to, I just have a feeling that Eddie Robb put handcuffs on him. That's all I'm saying. I really believe Eddie Robb put handcuffs on him. I don't know that for certain. I don't know that for a fact. I do not know. But I don't believe. Now, I will say I was very critical. Of when he came over from Morehouse, because I said, you was averaging 17 points at Morehouse. You averaging 16 at Alabama State. Seems like you got what you paid for. That's all I'm saying. But I'm just telling you. I just feel like there are some things that went wrong in that situation that are not all on Harry Williams. So I would say this. And I know this is going to sound really weird, but if I was a Southern, if I was a Bethune-Cookman, if I was a South Carolina State, I would look at a Harry Williams Jr. I really would. I think he has it in him. Now, I think he got it. Because I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let it go. I know I was clowning the halfback snaps, right? Like the direct snap. Like, it was a lot of that. But to me, if you're able to see it and do it and complete it and you take out one of the biggest hindrances of that team, right? I think that is somewhat of a kudos to Harry Williams, because Demetrius Davis was your biggest liability on offense, and he made him the smallest faction of it, right? He understood that Eddie Robb was going to ride with Demetrius Davis. So he's like, hey, I got to do my part to limit Demetrius Davis opportunities to mess the game up for us. That's a fumble, that's a pick, that's a bad pass or whatever. So he implemented the direct snap. So at some point, you do have to give him credit for that, because it eliminated the possibility of Demetrius Davis being the problem in some of the offense. So I'm gonna give you that. That's my little 2 cents. So Harry, if you need an agent, I got you, because I'm gonna just tell him to go to the UCLA game and tell me this Bama can't call games. I dare anybody go look at the UCLA game and tell me that Harry Williams Jr. cannot call a game. You're smoking crack. You're smoking crack. Okay? You're smoking crack. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So I'm not gonna say Harry Williams is the best, but I'm not gonna say he's the worst. And I've seen it on film to tell me that he can get the job done. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, let's get into these coaching searches. All right. Let's get into these coaching searches. So now, Southern fans, close your eyes, cover your ears. So I got a call today. And somebody told me, hey, Scotty, these two names have popped up as potential candidates. Now, I want to be very clear when I say this. Both of these decisions are absolutely ass. If I'm any program in the SWAC, I hope to hell Southern hire one of these two Bamas because they both ass. Ass. What I mean, I'm saying, listen, ass. Now, this Bama on the left, Curtis Johnson, was 15-34 at Tulane. Now, how in the blue hell are you going to bring a Bama who had all the money in the world at Tulane? They got hospital money. They got white people money. They got Jewish money. They got all the money in the world. And all you can muster up is 15-34? Oh, but it wouldn't be Southern. It gets better. This Bama DJ McCarthy, listen, this Bama ain't never been a head coach. That's numero uno. That's number one. Then number two, he gets fired from LSU for academic ineligibility and its sanctions and all that. He gets fired, right? And then, last but not least, this is the kicker right here. He on Bethune-Cookman's staff as a wide receiver coach. Somebody name a wide receiver from Bethune-Cookman. Don't worry, I'll wait. Somebody name a wide receiver on Bethune-Cookman. And these are your candidates? These are your candidates. Now, I put this athletics committee. I put this athletic. I put this. I want, this is okay. So for what I've been told, because I don't know the Southern, I don't know the whole Southern realm, how they get down, right? These are the people who make the decisions. Miss Ann Smith, probably don't know football. Mr. Paul Matthews, probably don't know football. I know Tony Clayton, the attorney, don't know football. You an attorney. You don't know that. You know litigation. Raymond Fondell and Mr. Myron Lawson. Mr. Myron Lawson. What am I celebrating? My divorce. Richard Lawson. Right? Man, listen. Some people should not be in position to dictate. You already got Roman Banks. How many people, listen, you already got Roman Banks, so you're already behind the 8-ball, okay? You're already behind the 8-ball. You got Roman Banks. Can I say that? Can I say that? I think I can say that. I think I'm allowed to say that, right? So you already started behind the starting line. And then when you add more people involved in a situation that don't know football, you get two whack-ass names like this. Now I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if they're finalists. I will say that I do not know if they're finalists. I've heard they've been interviewed. That's what I've heard. I've heard they've been interviewed. They've been contacted. But this is my thing. The fact that they've been contacted is a problem. This Bama DJ McCarthy ain't never been a head. He ain't even been a coordinator. This ninja ain't even been a coordinator. I don't give a damn if they finalists or not. The mere fact that they've been contacted is asinine. This is when you sit back and you like, this is what we doing? There are no eligible brothers. They ain't no eligible brothers that are better than this. What? Dog. I need y'all. Listen, when I really break stuff, I just need y'all to. This is how I just want y'all to feel how I feel, because this is how my mind works, right? This is how my mind works. You were in a situation when money was not an issue. I say again. Listen to me when I say, Curtis Johnson. First of all, Curtis Johnson set black people back at least 10 years at Tulane. You went 15-34. You sucked. You absolutely sucked. You had probably one winning season in the 3 or 4 years you were there. You sucked, right? But he was in a situation where he had more money than anything. Now you're going into a institution that's counting pennies. They counting pennies. And you think you're going to win? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm sorry. It don't make no sense. Clearly you couldn't recruit at Tulane. So now you're supposed to take your ass down to Baton Rouge and you're supposed to be better? Dog, I swear to God. You know, there's a saying in the military, and if you've been in the military, you definitely know this saying. They say, the higher ranking you are, the dumber you are. That's what they say. That's what they say. They say the higher rank you get, the dumber you get. And it seems like the higher you get in athletic administration, the dumber you get. Because there's no reason why you should have neither one of these Bama's numbers. Not one. I'm hearing they talking about DJ McCarthy knows NFL guys and all. I don't give a damn if he's second cousin to Jerry Rice. I don't give a damn if he's related to Goodell himself. I do not give two shits. You haven't done nada. And the fact that you're only good enough to be Bethune-Cookman's wide receiver coach lets me know that you ass. And the only reason he got the job is because he was at FAU when Little Bill was at FAU and he took him along with him. There's no way that I'm a wide receiver coach for Little Bill. I've been at LSU for Little Bill. I'm sorry, man. I just don't get it. The common sense just ain't common. That's all I'm getting now. Like, yeah. If this is your choice, you should have kept Eric Dooley. I'm sorry. If this is what you had, if this is what you going after, should have kept Eric Dooley. Jesus Christ. I just shake my head. All I can do is say, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we? Thank you. It boggles my mind. I do say that a lot. It does boggle my mind. It boggles my mind. I just be like, when I got the call, my head started hurting. I don't even get headaches like that, but I felt like I needed Excedrin because I'm like, how do you think like this? How? There are too many candidates out in the world that, okay, I'll give you this one for free. I'll give you this one for free. I can't talk about it. I got a call from Jeff Blake, right? Jeff Blake. If you know who Jeff Blake is, he's a former quarterback in the Bengals and stuff like that. I got a call from Jeff Blake, right? Him and my high school coach were very close friends, right? So they played together. So he calls me up. He's like, "Hey, Scotty, how can I get my name in the ring for one of these head coaching jobs?" I said, "Man, HBCUs are hard to get into because they treat it like a sorority or fraternity or whatever, right?" Now, mind you, I want to be very clear. Jeff Blake played NFL quarterback, right? Very successful. He is currently the QB director at IMG. He is the quarterback director of he's in some wacky ass title where he directing quarterbacks at IMG. Now, if I'm an HBCU, if Jeff Blake sits down in front of me, the first question I'm asking was this: "Hey, Jeff, how can we build a pipeline to IMG?" I'll take the backups to the backups at IMG. Do you think Southern's gonna call Jeff Blake? No, I'm gonna call Curtis Johnson, who ain't did shit at Tulane. I'm gonna call DJ McCarthy at Bumaclot Bethune-Cookman, but I'm not going to interview a Jeff Blake. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's what I'm saying. This is the dumb stuff that I got to deal with on a constant basis when I tell y'all they don't know what they doing. They don't know. But I'm going to give the job. I'm going to give the job to Terrence Graves. For what? He's won. How do you get a head coaching? How in the blue hell do you get a head coaching job and all you've ever done is won 2 Bayou Classics? But when the bar is so low, that all you got to be able to do is skip over the bar. Oh, skip. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right? So the mere fact that Jeff Blake has played in the league, played quarterback in the league, is down at IMG right now, is the quarterback director of whatever, right? I'm looking at it like, hey, that seems like a very legit. Hey, I would love to get that pipeline. I would love to get those contacts. I would love to get those resources to come to my said institution. But this is the stuff that if you giving DJ McCarthy an opportunity, and I want to be very clear. I want to be very clear what I'm saying. If you're willing to call a DJ McCarthy, who's only been a position coach his whole entire life, his whole entire career as a coach, you definitely got to give a chance to Jeff Blake. I'm sorry, man. It don't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense. And then you will have people like J-Max. I wanted Curtis Johnson the whole time. I knew we was transitioning from Eric Dooley to Curtis Johnson. I wanted Curtis the whole time. See, I was thinking ahead. And you get people behind this stupid decision. Or Terrence Graves. You hear J-Max come on here and talk about something, and you hear Perry come on here and talk about something. Well, I felt Terrence Graves was the best person for the job. You know what I'm saying? Because he really understands that team. A team that had been losing. I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna calm down. I'm sorry. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I will say this. For the Louisiana politics and all that dumb stuff. I'll say this. Is that at the end of the day, I don't say I feel for Roman Banks. I won't say that because I still think he's ass. I won't say I feel for Roman Banks because I still think he's not a good AD. But what I will say is it puts Roman Banks in a tough position if you have people on the committee, right, that are telling you who to hire. And then if I don't hire that said person, I don't have a job. That's a tough place to be in. I gotta give him that. I will submit to that because that's a hard place to be in when you can't make the decision. Now, I don't think Roman Banks can make the decision that's the right one anyway. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think he can make the right decision anyway. But I do believe that it does put somebody in a tough position if you got people, and we used to say, and Mr. Packnett, you already know, we say this all the time in the military, that's above my pay grade. That is above my pay grade. We say that in the military all the time. They be like, hey man, why you out here cutting grass with scissors? It's above my pay grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you out here mopping with a broom? It's above my pay grade. That's what they told me to do, right? So you just be in situations like you're like, why the fuck am I doing this? Right? It's above your pay grade. It's above my pay grade. So in this situation, I do think it's a Roman Banks situation where it's above his pay grade, right? You get paid because I let you get paid, or you get paid because that's what it is. So it's above his pay grade. So if it's a situation like that, I do feel for him, right? Because if it blows back, it's not going to blow back on these 5 Bamas. It's not going to blow back on none of these Bamas, right? None of these Bamas are going to get the blowback. They're going to sit in their little comfy ass chairs, sipping their little Mai Tais, making decisions like the evil Justice League that they are, right? And then you ain't going to hear nothing about their names. It's just going to be Roman Banks headline, AD fired for bad coaching hire. And they're going to do an evil laugh and pick somebody else and do the whole process all over again. That seems like the Southern evil way. Okay, that just seems what it look like. They call them the evil Justice League. Okay, the anti-Justice League. I don't know what you want to call them. Call them whatever you want to call them. But at the end of the day, this is what you're dealing with. So it's a tough situation to be in. It's a tough situation to be in. So I don't feel for him too much, but I do feel for him. I still think he's ass though. I just want to be very clear about that. I still think he's ass. So however you want to take it from there, it is what it is. So, but that's just my little 2 cents on that. You know what I'm saying? Evil Justice League. Hey Tony, don't come for me, please. Please don't. I know you're attorney, district attorney and stuff like that. Like I'm just it's all my opinion. It's all my opinion. Please don't sue me. Just don't sue me. Okay, appreciate that. Don't do me. All right. Anyway, now this is word on the street. You know, like I keep trying to tell you, I don't break nothing. I'm not media. I want everybody to understand that, right? Not media. I don't break nothing. Word on the street is this is close to being a done deal. Or, in other words, they're leaning to each other. All right? They're courting each other very strongly. That's what I've been hearing. Now, I've heard a lot of rumblings over this. And he's a sorry ass coach. What does that have to do with anything? National. I don't give a damn if he got an Olympic gold medal. He can't coach. He was at Tulane. He was ass. What does that have to do with anything? Because Alabama got Super Bowl rings. He was 15 and 30. How did them Super Bowl rings help him at Tulane? Who got way more money than Southern could ever think about? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. That is so dumb. I'm sorry. It's just dumb. Anyway, word on the street. That is the done deal. Now, I will say this. I've heard they just hired Joe Taylor, Scotty, at Tulane. Because I thought Willie left, so Joe Taylor. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, hey, I don't get to it. Wasn't enough. I don't care. I don't care. He's ass. So anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, get back on top. So what I've heard is this: is that this is what I've heard. Word on the street. That's what I'm saying. That's what I heard. I heard that Grambling has offered Chennis the job. That's what I heard. Word on the street. That's what I heard. Right? So, Joe, man, this is. Where was he at before? Where was he at before? That's what I want to know. Where was Joe Taylor at before? He was Mercer. Okay. I'm about to go smooth the fuck off. I'm sorry. My question is this: was he even interviewed? See, this is why I cannot respect the hiring process, because this is my thing. This is what I want to understand, and I'm feeling like I'm about to blow a freaking gasket. This is my issue. Was he even interviewed? Because if you wasn't even interviewed, that means you were already on the. And listen, this is not a shot at Chennis Berry. I tell people this all the time. People call me and ask me how I feel about Chennis Berry. Chennis Berry is a great man. I want to be very clear about that. Chennis Berry is, even if Chennis Berry goes 1-10, you're like, damn, I really rock with Chennis Berry. He's such a great guy. He's such a great man, right? My problem is this: you're not giving these same people who are doing better. Like, HBCUs get so hyper-focused on one candidate, and then everybody wants this same guy. Everybody wants this same guy. Oh, I want this guy. I want Chennis Berry. And I said it. I said, if Chennis Berry goes undefeated back-to-back seasons and can't win one damn playoff game, that's a problem. It's telling me you're getting out-coached. You're getting out-coached. It's either one or two. It's either the SIAC is that damn bad, or you're getting out-coached. And I'll take the latter. You're getting your ass out-coached. But I'll tell you this. This is why Chennis Berry will work at an HBCU. And the reason he'll work at HBCU, because all you ninjas care about is beating black schools. Chennis Berry is the GOAT. If it's all about beating black schools, Chennis Berry is the GOAT. Give him his roses. Give him his flowers. It's okay. It's cool. He the GOAT. I gotta give him respect for turning around the program. I won't do anything. I give him respect for turning Benedict around, making them champions, getting them the first championship in the school's illustrious career. All right. But it don't make no sense. It don't make no damn. I just got a text message saying, somebody texted me saying it was Chennis Berry or bust. How is it Chennis Berry or bust? How is it Chennis Berry or bust? You're going to the wrong conference if beating white schools is not your prerogative. Because the MEAC only play 5 games with black schools. The rest of them jokers is white. Now, unless South Carolina State gonna make an exception for Chennis Berry and the next 6 games gonna be black, you in the wrong conference, my boy. But once again, it's all about beating black people. Oh, he beating black schools. Congratulations. But you're getting out coached. You're way more talented than a lot of these schools, and you're getting out coached. Against Wingate, they literally took away what you wanted to do. You wanted to run the ball. Wingate was like, nah, we're not doing that. Do something else. You go against Lenore Ryan. They like, hey, man, we going to let them DNs fly up the field. We going to go right behind them. And we gonna run right down your throat. It's exactly what they did. You're supposed to be the number 1 defense. You done gave up over 400 yards of offense. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So you don't even go get Joe Taylor from the Mercer. You don't even interview him. Then you got Grambling and Southern drooling over Chennis Berry, Nick Saban or something. It's ridiculous to me. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh my freaking God. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. My wife is in the office with me. I'm sorry. It just kills me. It just kills me. It really boggles my mind. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, let me read some of this stuff about Taylor. It says at Mercer, Taylor built the Bears defense into a dominant force in 2022, ranked 17 nationally in yards per play allowed, gave up 22 points per game. Taylor took a Mercer defense that was ranked 160th in the country in scoring prior to the year he arrived and ranked 30th. Additionally, Taylor 2020 defense led FCS with 17 interceptions, gave up a conference low 28 touchdowns over the course of the season. Shout out to Blue for sending me this. Taylor's tenure at Mercer accumulated in the second round appearance in the FCS playoffs in 2023. Taylor had defensive success everywhere he's coached, including his one. Now, mind you, this is the perfect hire. This is the perfect hire for South Carolina State. He's a defensive-minded guy. It's a perfect hire. You've made your money off of defenses. This guy is a defense. I'm going to continue. Taylor has had defensive success everywhere he has coached, including his one season at defensive coordinator Lenore Ryan. The Taylor led the Bears defense to the number-ranked national with 50 sacks, limited opponents to 17, and finished 13-1 with a conference championship and a quarterfinal berth in the NCAA playoffs. That means he won a game in the playoffs. And developed the Bama Kyle Duggar, who got drafted by the Patriots. I remember that guy. That's when I first heard about Lenore Ryan. This is some dookie. Straight dookie. Straight. But this is the dumb stuff that you see. Like, dog, this is the dumb stuff that you see, man. It's so dumb. And it's like right in your face. And administration think you dumb enough to not know. And that's why I tell people, that's why HBCUs do not tell you who they interview. They don't tell you who they about to hire. That's why there is no hot list. That's why there's no short list in HBCUs, because they don't want to be held accountable. That's why Alabama State never dropped the outside names outside of Eddie Robb. Now they're looking back at it like, okay, cool, we all right, we good. We winning 7-4. We won the Match City Classic twice. But they're not going to tell you who else was on that list, because they don't want to be held accountable for you to say, now, why in the blue hell did a real estate agent get the job over such and such, such and such, such and such, and such and such? That's the issue. That's the issue. That's why you're not going to hear Southern interviewing Curtis freaking Johnson and DJ McCarthy, because you're going to be like, what the hell? What the hell? That's a lie. That's a lie. You do know. You do know. Because there's so many damn insiders, you know. You know who walks in. Now, you might not know who they're going to go with or who they're leaning towards, but you going to at least know who was interviewed for the job. Who's on the short list for this job? Stop it. I don't get it, man. All I do is I sit back and I look around the landscape and I'm like, yo, this shit is stupid. This shit is stupid. Like, if you want to hire Chinnisberry, okay, it's not, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it's not a shot towards Chinnisberry because he's a great man. Like, for real. Like, if you listen to Chinnisberry talk for 5 or 10 minutes, you will want to freaking run through a wall. You'll want to run through a freaking wall. But it's just like, are we doing our due diligence to make sure that we're interviewing all the best candidates and not putting our eggs into one basket? And then if oh man, I'm sorry. I'm done with it. I just don't understand it, man. I really just don't understand it. Okay, well, he said, Scotty, I'm what I know. Purge wanted him, but he was looking for a bigger school and wasn't going to be there long. I don't know who Purge is. I know Purge wanted Purge. Who's Purge? I don't know who. Maybe that. I don't know. I don't know who Purge is. But I just want to. It's climbing. It's climbing for no reason. And I thought this was gonna be like a cool, relaxing, chill show. Like, ooh, nice midday show. Ooh, I'm gonna relax. Ooh, I'm gonna kick back. Oh my God, yeah. But no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's just, oh, Pew. Okay. Pew. Yeah. And then you see pictures with like Buddy Pugh and Chinnisberry politicking on the sideline. They're like, goddamn, like, don't make it too obvious. Don't make it too obvious. Now, I'm gonna be honest, and I don't know this for a fact. I do not know this for a fact. But I'm gonna just throw this little. I'm just throwing it. This is all me. God damn, that thing changed real quick. Wow, they must have went on a mean run. I'm gonna throw this out here. Maybe Miss Campbell, the former AD, left because of the stupidity. Maybe. Because I'll tell you what. Listen, man. Listen. Sometimes you just don't want to deal with the stupid stuff. Sometimes you and dealing with black people, a lot of black people, like them Bamas is hard-headed. They stubborn. They don't want to think outside the box. You gotta it's just dumb stuff, man. Like simple stuff, right? Like, yeah, your fan base your alumni base might be 50 and over, but you gotta explain to the 50 and overs, like, hey man, we not just gonna have in your face tickets anymore. That's not, you're about to die. Okay? You are. You're on your deathbed. You're about to die. Okay? I can't keep catering to you and your tickets of you wanting to have physical tickets when digital, like all the kids going to South Carolina State are all digital now. Now we'll have it to where you need it, but it's not going to be the only thing. And 60 and up, 70 and up, people are like, oh, we need cash. Like, bro, we cannot keep carrying cash when everything is going digital. Like, y'all Bama's are stubborn. You're stubborn. I don't get it. I'm just... I'm sorry. Hey, you get my point. You get my point, man. You get my point. I just... Oh man, boy, I tell you, it's gonna be a long. I'm just saying, man. He said you out. I'm saying, man? God dang, man. But like, I get it. You know, I do understand to a certain degree. Like, that's the majority. Oh man, y'all pour some salt on the wound. But what I'm saying is, y'all get my point, man. That you're over the hill, man. Like, I can't. They're your money foundation. I get it. But at some point in time, you just have to give and respect the decision of where it's going, right? You gotta respect where the school has to go, right, to get better down the line. You can't you can't just give money and be like, oh, but it has to be this way. It's like, listen, you're gonna give. Like, listen, the Bible says give cheerfully, right? Give cheerfully. So you can't, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but if you're going to give to your institution, earmark it, whatever, but understand that they have to move with the times. They can't keep putting your needs and concerns above where technology is going, where life is going. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know a lot of you guys are over 50. I know a lot of you guys are 45, 40. A lot of my people who watch this like 40 and up. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. I'm not saying you're gonna die tomorrow, but you close. You closer to the grave than you are. You know what I'm saying? You ain't Benjamin Button. You know what I'm saying? You ain't Benjamin Button. Let's keep it a buck, okay? But you know, I'm not wishing death on nobody. I'm just saying you're close. You're close. You know what I'm saying? You're close. I don't wish death on nobody. I hope you guys live until 110. Okay, or 90 and up. You know what I'm saying? But okay, I'm sorry. I gotta say this. What bothers me is this. I'm not gonna lie to you. This might offend people. First of all, I'm not good with old people, right? Like grandparents and stuff like that, like 70, 80, like I'm not. That's not my thing. That's not my cup of tea. I don't like old people. They really like. I'm just keeping it about like when if you like 70 and you got like, you know, unless you're a cool grandma, like who can get up and move around and do all that stuff. Like, I'm not really with the old people stuff. Like, that's just not my thing. I'm just going to give it about. It's not my thing. But this is my thing, right? I'm gonna keep, and if it's a triggering, listen, please, if you love old people, I'm just telling you right now, just turn the show off and just come back in like 5 or 10 minutes because it might be triggering. But I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm keeping it a book with y'all. Right? When people who be dying like around like 90 and up, and they be like, oh my God, they had so much life to live. I'm like you lived a healthy life. Like, yeah, like I can't feel sad for somebody who dies at like 95. Like, bro, you lived a full life. You know, like if you die at like 55, 60, 65, like my grandmother, like my grandparents died like late 60s, early 70s, right? To me, you got cut short. You know what I'm saying? You got cut short. But if you lived over 90, like, why are we crying? Like, you have lived a full life, okay? Full. In the Bible, you only given it 85. Is it 85, babe? What is it, 82? It's 70 years. See, it's 70 years, okay? So in the Bible, God says like 70 years. So if you live to 90, you lived a full life. I'm not crying for you. You need to go where you need to be. This is me. 70, yeah, 70. My bad, you know what I'm saying? You know. So, you know what? I don't do nursing homes. I don't do nursing homes at all. I'm sorry. I'm just listen. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, like that's what I'm saying. I'm not an old people person. I'm not. I just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've just never been an old people person. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like my granddad was really cool, right? I know I'm getting a little personal, but anyway, my granddad was really cool, but he had like both his legs amputated, right? And it just wasn't my thing. I love my granddad, but like, I'm not giving you no shot. I'm not doing none of that. I can't. that's just not me. That's just not me. You know what I'm saying? This is not me, man. So, and my granddad would be like, he wouldn't say my name right. He would say like Avion. He'd be like, Avion, come over here, rub my nub. And I'd be like, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that. That's not for me. I'm sorry. So I'm just I don't do well with old people. I don't. Unless you got like a cool grandparent, you know what I'm saying? Like if you got a cool grandparent, like one of them old grandparents who still like sassy and spunky and stuff like that, like I'm cool with that. Like, yeah. It's like, if you got the grandma, what's a good example? It's like the old lady, like the white lady from Golden Girls. Like the old mom from Golden Girls. Yeah, like y'all know who I'm talking about. Like the old mom from Golden Girls. Like she's sassy, she's spunky, she up and she doing like I can deal with that because you right there, you right there with me. You know what I'm saying? Like Betty Ross, she up, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can do all that. That's cool with me. Sophia, thank you, Miss Flag. Thank y'all, Sophia. You know what I'm saying? I can get with that. You know what I'm saying? You up, you walking, you don't need my help for much. You doing your own thing. I'm cool with that, right? I'm cool with that. It's like the old people that need help, right? Like I just don't have the patience, right? So I'll give you a good example. It's a place up in Maryland called the Stained Glass Pub, right? In between the hours of 12 and 2, it's like old people hours. Like all the old people gonna be there, right? I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. I'm about to close. I'm gonna move on. So it's like old people hours, right? 12 to 2. It's like the old people there. So I walk through the door, and I'm picking up my food, and it's this lady. She like took 30 minutes to get from like in the door. It probably took her like 5. It probably take you like 5 steps to get from the hallway to the door, and it took her like 30 minutes, and she was just like. And I'm just I talked to the lady, I paid for my food, I swiped my card, I signed it, I'm waiting for my food, and she still didn't make it to the door. I done got my food, slid in between her and the door, got in my car, drove off, and she still didn't make it out to the street. So it just like stuff like that. That's the stuff I'd be like, nah, I can't do it. Cause I'd be like, come on, like hurry up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my thing. That's one of my pet peeves. That's just one of my pet peeves, man. I'm just saying, that's it. That's just one of my pet peeves, man. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I do be parking in handicap spots. Oh, I do be parking in handicap spots. I do it. Key tells me it's a problem. She tells me I gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And listen, I'll understand it. If my son wants to put me in, I get it. You know, if I'm, I'm gonna try to stay agile as much as I can because I wouldn't want nobody to do me like that. But these schools are taking. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm done. I'm moving on. I know that was like my off script moment for the day. I'm sorry. All right, let's get back to this. Oh man, let me say this, man. Listen, if you got, listen, having both of these Bamas in your you can't. Listen, I would listen. I'm sorry. Okay. Give me some time. Let me get my thoughts together. Give me some time. Okay. Why I call them the two stooges, right? Because you got to understand, these are the two Bamas leading the most perennial brands in the swag. Listen, this is like having me run Apple. You know, like I ain't got no. Why am I running Apple? You know what I'm saying? They be like, hey, what we gonna do? Hey, Scotty, we gonna have you as the new CEO of Apple. I'm like, what? Me? I wouldn't even know where to start, right? But this is what you got. You got these two Bamas out here, right? Leading the two biggest brands in the swag. Y'all call it the granddaddy of them all. These are the two granddaddiest worst decisions I've ever seen in my life. Think about that. You got these two mega brands, Bayou Classic, and both of them are dumb enough to hire both of these Bamas. And the crazier thing is this. Travion is a Southern. I wish I would hire a Southern guy to run anything at Grambling. Now, I don't believe, listen, there's enough white people and there's enough ninjas out there that I wouldn't have to hire a Southern guy to run a damn thing at Grambling. Like, huh? What? The mere fact to me, I don't give a damn if he hired coaches or not. I don't give two shits. They still got to run they still have to run the athletic department. Right? They still got to run it. I don't get this. I don't understand this at all. Like, there's too many able bodies that I would have to go get a Southern guy to run something at Grambling. That don't make no sense. I don't get it. That just shows me how small the HBCU community really is. Because there's a lot of niggas that would love to have this job other than hire, I got to go get a Southern guy. Why? For what? For why? That's numero uno. I don't even understand that at all. Now, if you want to talk about like coaches and stuff like that, I ain't really tripping off that. Like somebody coached at Southern, I don't really care about that. Administration wise, I can't rock with that. I just can't do it. So, listen, I got to give credit where credit is due, right? Travion's hire of the women's basketball coach looks like it's going to be a good hire. Got to give them credit for that. Huge win, I think they've had over the past couple months of the past month. Give them credit for that. But let's not overlook a lot of the other stuff. Okay? That's like your house is dirty, but your room is clean. There's you still a dirty ninja. You still a dirty Bama. Okay? Let's be very clear. But you know, you bring a girl in and you be like, hey, don't look at my house. I'm gonna take you straight to my room. Nah, you still dirty. You still dirty, my boy. Okay, so let's not act. Let's not act. But I just wanted to bring that up. Let me say this, man. Let me say this. This has been on my spirit for a long time. I'm gonna make a quick graphic. Hopefully I can bring it up real quick. This has been on my spirit for a long time. But and y'all can bear with me as I make this because I really got to get this off my chest. And it's been on me for the past couple of days. And I really think it's something that should be considered. And I'll say that. So let me get this graphic. I'm gonna make it real quick. I'm gonna bring it up. I need to start finding me like a commercial button or something. For real. Because trying to entertain y'all Bamas while I'm trying to make something is not cool. But, bear with me now. Bear with me. All right. So let me get this on. All right. I'm about to make this graphic real quick. And then I'll bring it to y'all real quick. All right. Boom, boom. Downloading it now. So bear with me. Oh. Y'all hear my daughter in the background. She over here politicking on the iPad. All right, here we go. So let me open this. All right, so this has been on me for a long time. I really feel, and once I bring up the slide, you'll kind of understand where I'm going with this. I really feel that Ashley Robinson should be considered for commissioner, right? Now, let me get my premise of why. And I'm really going off script right here because this really wasn't in my slides. I had to make it real quick because it just been, but I feel like it needs to be talked about right now. It's been on me. Now, I'm gonna be very clear. If you understand how Dr. McNugget got the job, he was an AD, I believe, either at Texas Southern, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think he was the AD at Texas Southern before he got the job at the commissioner's office, if I'm not mistaken. But it was either PVU or Texas Southern, either one of the two, right? The reason I say this is if you're telling me that Dr. McNugget can get it at PV, thank you. If he can become, he was AD at Texas Southern, that's what I thought. If he can become the commissioner, and all this Bama did was resurface the track, resurface the basketball court, and he can become the commissioner, this ninja Ashley Robinson gotta be first in line. Now I've been on the record saying of numerous of times of how I've been on numerous of times saying that Ashley Robinson is probably the most influential AD in the SWAC. Listen to what I'm telling you, right? I know, Swag Diddy, I call him, but you gotta really hone into what I'm telling you. Think about all the stuff that Ashley Robinson has had his hand in, right? Hiring Willie Simmons, giving Willie Simmons his first head coaching job at PV, which led to him getting the job at FAMU, which led him now becoming a SWAC champion, right? Hiring Eric Dooley at PV, simultaneously sabotaging Southern for Jackson State's benefit. Huge. See how he did that? Hiring Deion Sanders, changing the freaking landscape of HBCU in general. Now, I know a lot of people, I'll just say the SWAC, because Josh would say, he didn't do nothing for NCCU. We're good over here. So when you use those 4 letters, HBCU, don't bring Deion, whatever. So I'll just say the SWAC. Change the landscape for the SWAC, right? So to me, and let's be very clear. I think he's won like 18 championships while he's been the AD at. Hold on, let me see. Let me just get. I think he's won. Oh, I'll minimize it. I think he's won over 10 championships while he's been the AD at Jackson State, right? And has raised over $10 million while being at Jackson State. So to me, if the premise is for you to be the commissioner and you have to have time in the SWAC, this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. Now, I don't know if he wants the job. I do not know. This has been, I'm telling you, for the last 3 days, and you can talk to Key, it has been on me. I'm like, babe, I really think Ashley Robinson. Oh, facts. Mo, Tamika. Now, I don't know if he hired Tamika or Tamika came on. That one's a little iffy for me, but you know what I'm saying? And he hired Dancy. Thank you, N.O. Joe. Listen, you're talking about a guy who's an innovator, an outside-the-box thinker. I think the only thing about Ashley that if he ever considered it, I would just say, hey, man, make sure he hired her. Thank you. I would say make sure you had somebody in that room for media deals, somebody you could trust who understands the landscape of media and to be in that negotiation or whatever. But if we're simply talking about just getting a guy who is a big picture guy, willing to take risk, willing to go outside of the narrative in the box, yo, this is a no-brainer. It's an absolute. Now, I know Jackson State would be hot. But at the end of the day, I think it benefits the whole SWAC If Ashley Robinson is the commissioner, this is the only thing that I would stand on the table for and beat the table down. I'm like, there is no reason why Dr. McNugget, if he wants to be the head of basketball of the NCAA and he wants to take his light skin and his butt buddy, Andrew Robinson, all that dumb stuff, let that Bama go, right? Let that Bama go and get Ashley Robinson in that position and let him run the SWAC and see where he takes that hole in the next 3 to 4 to 5 years. I think it would be freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. I'm on board for this one. Ashley Robinson for commissioner. Start the campaign. Put the shirts together. I would pick it. Do you hear me? Right? So, but to me, I'm just saying, if these are the requirements, because I don't know how I don't know who names somebody Dual Sharp. What kind of name is that? All right. I don't know how he got the job, right? Dual Sharp, whatever this damn name was. I don't know how he got the job. I don't know the process of that. I wasn't in the SWAC around that time. So I don't know how he got the position. But if you're telling me you're picking ADs, because if you're picking a light-skinned Bama who didn't do shit at at Texas Southern other than resurface the court and resurface the track, that is if that's the requirement to be the commissioner, goddamn. Goddamn. I mean, literally. Okay. If anybody thinks I'm lying, go look up his resume at Texas Southern. Go Google what they wrote about him at Texas Southern. Because, matter of fact, go Google his commissioner joint. They got it at like the bottom blurb. What he did at Texas Southern. It is literally resurface the courts. Got a deal with AT&T Sportsnet and resurface the track. That's it. Whoop-de-doo. You're talking about a man who has single-handedly I want y'all to think about this. Thank you, God. In the last 4 to 5 years, who has been more influential than Ashley Robinson in the SWAC? I really want y'all to think about that. In the expanding of the SWAC, I won't even say HBCU. I don't need Josh to jump down my throat. I won't say HBCU. In the landscape of the SWAC, who has been more influential than Ashley Robinson? If you're talking about, if we're talking about the elevation of greatness and of a man who has done everything he's supposed to do and has left places better than when he got it, you got to give Swag Diddy the chance. You got to give Swag Diddy the chance. To me, that's just what it is. He understands the SWAC and he understands the limitations of HBCUs, but he understands the limited thinking of HBCUs. So you got to get somebody who can speak to the person that can't think outside the box, but he can make the decision to think outside the box. He can take your concerns of why we're not thinking outside the box, because he's dealt with a lot of you ninjas, right? But he can also say, okay, based off all that information, I think I can take us here, or I think he can take us there. So listen, to me, this is a no-brainer. This is an absolute no. The only person, honestly, I'm going to be real, and y'all might not agree, the second person in command that I would have given the shot if he was still an AD was Gaucher. It's the only, and AD Paul Bryant, I do like AD Paul Bryant. I love, those will be my top three to take over. If Ashley doesn't want it, I'm giving it to Paul Bryant. If Ashley Robinson says, hey, I want to be, I'm turning my sights directly to AD Paul Bryant, and I'm giving him the job as well. So it's one of those two guys that's going to take over Of course, Paris. Of course, you want to keep your AD. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you want to get. But those will be my top 3 guys to run the SWAC. Gaucher, no. Number 1, Ashley. Number 2, Gaucher. And because Gaucher got that PWI experience. And then number 3 would be AD Parber. But number 1, I would pay a pretty penny to get. If you paying Dr. McNuggets $300,000 for nothing, if you're paying Dr. McNugget $300,000 to get you in lawsuits, to put you in bad media deals, you gotta offer Ashley $400. You got to, because think about it like this: if it wasn't for the hiring of Deion Sanders, is Dr. McNugget even relevant? Am I even relevant without, like, Ashley Robinson has a part of Offscript as well. If he doesn't hire Deion Sanders, there is no Offscript covering HBCUs right now. So when I talk about one of the most influential guys, it got to be Ashley. It got to be. That ain't no shade. That's just calling it how it is. That's just calling a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? So you a lot of people can say listen, if you're telling me Deion made me, you got to say Ashley birthed it all. Ashley birthed it all. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But that has been on me for the past 3 days. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ashley Robinson for SWAC commissioner. Now, I don't know when that ninja's contract is up, but all I know, when it's up, it should not be renewed. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't know when that Bama's contract is up, but there's no reason it should be renewed. So that was my little 2 cents. All right. Last topic for the day before I get up out of here. Good old Ed Reed, baby. Good old Ed Reed. Now, we know first of all, okay, we know Travion is not the type of, okay, let me tell you, let me explain something. I keep telling y'all this, man. Listen to me. I really wish one day you Bama's would just listen to me. Travion Scott is not the type of guy that an Ashley Robinson is. And let me explain to you why. Ashley Robinson understood with hiring Deion, I'm going to have to take a step back and let Deion be Deion, and I will manage around for it. Travion Scott is the guy who needs to be in all the pictures. He's the family member that every time he comes to the cookout, he's Cedric the Entertainer off of Johnson Family Vacation, right? He that guy. No. Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins, right? And that's the one, right? He the dude off Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins. He's the brother that's telling you, oh, I got 10 car dealerships and I got this going. I got this. He always bragging about what he got going. That is what Travion Scott is. He's the dude he's the guy, and you all know a person like this. You all know a supervisor who don't know how to be in a position of leadership. They always telling you, I'm the boss. You got to listen to what I got to say. You always this, you always that. I got this and I got that. And you can't do that. Instead of just understanding the position that you in, and Mr. Packnett knows, right? In the military, it's really bad, right? Because you have people who are in charge of you that understand their position, and they know you got to respect their role just because of their rank. So they real cool guys. They're like, hey man, I just need you to go do that. But then you got the guys they've been overlooked their whole life. They've never been cool. They've never been people who people gravitate towards. So when they get in a position of power, they try to rule over you, right? They'll be like, I'm this, so you got to do that. All that dumb stuff, right? So that is what Travion Scott is. And I've never met Travion Scott, but I've heard it in just how he moves, in the just the pompous way that he moves. I know that's him. I I've seen enough Bamas that I know that's him. He's pompous. All right? Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. Oh, I'm this. Bro, be humble. You barely got a job. Be humble. Okay? That's what you need. What's that Kendrick Lamar song? Sit down. Shut up. Be humble. That should be Travion Scott. That Travion Scott should ride into work every day listening to Be Humble. Okay? Anyway, so that's the main reason why I don't think Ed Reed will be hired, because then Travion Scott doesn't get the light. But see, what Travion Scott doesn't understand is the way you get the light is by winning. And if you hire an Ed Reed and you start winning with resources, if you just listen for 2 seconds of what he was trying to do at Bethune-Cookman, if I'm at HBCU, I'll be like, you still trying to put them resources together? I mean, I know you know some white people that can come over here and build some stuff, so you know we got plenty of room. Oh yeah, we got plenty of room. Yeah, I'll make room in the back. Yeah, we got some abandoned buildings you can take care of. Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'm taking all that. I'm taking all the resources that I can get and the relevancy. I don't give a damn that it didn't work with Hugh Jackson. I don't give 2 shits. I'm gonna go right to the next. I'm gonna go right to Ed Reed. You've hired bad coaches back to back. Come on, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Reggie Theus and his fake Rick Fox looking ass, he effed that up. Him and that milk dud for a president, they effed that all up. Now you got Little Bill, and nobody gives a damn about Bethune-Cookman. Nobody gives 2 shits about Bethune-Cookman, other than y'all getting y'all ass whooped. And I call you Little Bill. That's it. You went from being on, listen, what's that 50 Cent saying? Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the hell happened to you? That's what Bethune-Cookman did. You was just the man last December. You made that hire. Everybody was on the bandwagon. I was trying to buy my tickets for the Florida Classic in January. Now look at you. Your car all beat up. Finally got a practice field. Ain't got no players. Bama's jumping in the portal. Look at you. Stop it. I ain't want to say nothing. But, you know, I'm not saying this. That person's saying it. I just put it up on the screen so the rest of y'all Bamas can see it.
Baby, who is Swipe? Who is Swipe? Oh, who, man, breathe. I wake up motivated.
I'm just saying, if I ain't swag, who is swag, baby? If I ain't swag, who is swag, baby? That's all I'm saying. If I ain't swag, who is swag? That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Hello, they know, hello, they know.
Hey, I'm sorry. I gotta bring this up. I'm sorry. Listen, we gonna get back to Andrew. I freaking love this show being called Offscript. Let me say this. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Listen, man. So I'm scrolling in my phone, and somebody sends me a link to a news article. Now, first of all, if I didn't know the pregame show made a website. I didn't know that. And if any matter of fact, let me see if I can bring it up. I think let's see if they got it. Here you go right here. All right. So they got a website. I didn't know they had a website. But that's not the kicker. That's not the kicker at all, right? That's not the kicker at all. The kicker is that they got a writer And guess who the writer is? Just guess who the writer is for the. Yo, you can't make this stuff up, bro. Oh my God! Listen! I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all that shit is. So this is. You can't make this stuff up, bro. You cannot. I be trying to listen. Wolves be in sheep's clothing all the time. All the time. That's the thing. See, this is the thing for me, man. It's like, I could respect it. I could respect it if y'all was just like up front. Like if you were just real, like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave it alone. That's it. I'm gonna just show y'all. I'm gonna just show y'all that, and I'm gonna get up out of here. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna just leave it alone. That's it. Get your money, Tolly. Get your money. Get your money, Tolly Car. You go get your money. Yeah. That's just different to me. What? Huh? Okay. Anyway.
Oh, goddamn.
Listen, man. The stuff that people send me, man, y'all Bama's got too much time on your hand. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all Bama's be having too much time on your hand. I love having this text number because Bama's be texting me some stuff, okay? Bama's really be texting me some stuff. They be like, Scotty, have you seen this? And I'm like, damn, this is good. Appreciate you. So I appreciate y'all for texting me that stuff. That stuff is absolutely hilarious. Let me say this. I got some stuff that I want to bring up before I end the show. Let me see. So, my guy Merch Pack, shout out to Merch Pack. He has, shout out to my guy Earl, who came up with the slogan. Shout out to my guy Earl, who came up with the slogan. We gonna try to figure out a way to get you going, Earl. But this is the Save the Swag shirt. Woo! That shit fire! Shout out to my guy Merch Pack. That joint fire! Save the Swag. Boy, there's some hot shirts. They gonna be some hot shirts. So listen, I'm telling y'all right now, all you rattlers, right? We gonna try to get this out. We're trying to pre-sell it. All right. So we're gonna pre-sell this. We're gonna pre-sell it. Right. So because we can't get it out before the Celebration Bowl, but we definitely gonna pre-sell it. So I'm gonna tell you right now. All right. I'm gonna tell you right now. Monday we're gonna drop it on Outspoken. All right. Hey. And Bama's be snitching too. All right. So we're gonna drop the pre-sale order on Monday. Make sure you screenshot this and send it to your rattlers. All right. It's gonna be dropping on Monday. Now, I'm gonna give you the heads up. If you buy it and the FAMU loses the Celebration Bowl, that's your money. Don't ask for no refund. All right? Do not ask for no refund. We taking pre-sale orders. Don't be trying to come back here a week later talking about, oh, Scotty, can I give him? Nah, Ninja. You better go believe in your rattlers that they gonna come out with the victory on the Celebration Bowl. I don't want to hear nothing about no refunds. All right? I don't want to hear nothing about no refunds, and I don't want to hear none of that. So you either believe in them or you don't. Because I'm going to tell you this. If they win, you definitely going to be rocking it nice. You definitely going to be looking real nice. Just want to make that sure. It might be some tweaks to it. You know what I'm saying? We might do some tweaks to it, but I'm just giving you the heads up. It's coming. All right. So Monday, be on the lookout for the pre-sale link on Monday on Outspoken. I'll be dropping it on Monday. Shout out to Merch Pack for another one. You know what I'm saying? Merch Pack be doing it, man. Merch Pack be doing it. Shout out to them. That's some high level stuff. All right. Let's talk about it. Shout out to my guy Jeff Lightsey. He chopped it up and put it on Twitter. I mean, I watched the whole thing on the Pivot, but he chopped it up and put it on Pivot. Put it on Twitter. You know, Jeff liked to pick and choose when he HBCU guy. When it benefits Jeff, he gonna clip it. When it don't, he back on Colorado and Louisville. So bear with my boy. All right, you already know what it is. Let's talk about it.
For that, because he's like, I want you to go to Jackson State. I don't want to give this to nobody else.
Okay.
He called me the day after BCU called him. He's like, I want to give this to you, man. I can't think of nobody else who love them kids like this.
Right.
I said, BCU called me yesterday. Let me see how this gonna pan out and I'll get back to you. Long story short, the AD called and I wound up sitting down with Ashley. And I wanted, man, I swear, I was like, I gotta go visit there too. So I went visit BCU, and I'm leaning to BCU because if it's about the culture, our culture, why not help the other one get up?
Yeah. Right.
That's why I chose BCU over Jackson State, man. I mean, I got family in Macomb. Jackson State was ideal.
Right.
Like, I'm from Mississippi. I used to run through those dirt roads. Like, that was ideal. 2 hours from my family in Louisiana is ideal.
Right.
But if it's about the culture, BCU is the place to be. Plus, they call first. You know, and actually, the bells and whistles was there, man. I just like, let's build up another brother or sister,
Right.
HBCU, if that's what it's truly about.
Right.
You know, and I had no intentions of going nowhere else at the time because I'm like, I'm still in Florida, man. I could retire here.
Listen, I know there's a lot going on in that video, right? And I think I do agree with Paris said on Twitter. I have to give her all the kudos in the world. You know, that's my girl. She said, if Jackson State was dicking you around so bad, why would I offer it up? Why would I offer this job to you? That's fair. If you my guy, that's a fair assessment. You know me, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. That is such a fair assessment. If you my guy and I think you're a good dude, why would I put you in a bad situation if they are doing me wrong, supposedly? That has to be brought up. That has to be the first thing topic-wise, because Deion was the one talking about what they weren't doing. Deion was the one talking about they miscounting the numbers. He brought all that up. So my thing is, now why would I then put that on my friend? You get what I'm saying? Why would I then put that on to my friend? That part I do. But what I will say about what I love about what Ed Reed said is this. If it's about bigging up HBCUs, why would I go to one that's already got all the fame and all the wheels behind it? Like he said, all the bells and whistles. That to me is a true pioneer, right? Because it's easy to jump on the Jack State bandwagon, right? You got a great AD, you got great facilities, you got one of the biggest fan bases, right? You got all these things in your favor. That doesn't help the surrounding HBCUs if they can't compete with that, right? So Deion is the first pioneer to walk through the door. Well, Ashley is, then Deion comes and things so forth and so forth. So to me, I love Ed Reed's mindset in thinking, you know what? Let's make it comparative. Let's make it all competitive. Let's put everybody on that same level, right? let's get all these resources built up, and now it's a mini fortress of, I don't say fortress, not really. It's truly Wakanda at that point, right? Because everybody's getting their shit together. Now, do I think FAMU needs a celebrity coach? Not necessarily. But if a celebrity coach can come in and get you a field house, your FAMU, listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you this. FAMU is a field house away to being a freaking problem, right? If FAMU ever got a 2-decker field house to where it's a nice locker room, some real coaches' offices, some real facilities, you don't want to see FAMU. You don't. Because if I'm being honest, walking down FAMU or whatever that street is by the snake and by the gate there, that's damn near Onyx. That's damn near what's that strip club in Atlanta, babe? Listen, if you a football player and you walk down FAMU Street where the student center is, it's Magic City. It is Magic City. I mean, it ain't nothing to the imagination. You over here. I mean, your eyes, you ain't got no choice but to look. It's a Florida thing, right? The girls, listen to me. Listen, I was there from Friday to Sunday. Shout out to my boy Zay in the chat. All right. You know, he Tampa all day, all through and through. All right. He Florida through and through. I'm walking down Wanish Way or whatever it's called. I think they got Broad Street and another street, but whatever. I'm walking down where the gym is, the main street where the student center and the snake is on the left side. I'm walking down. It's raining. It's drizzling on Friday. It's drizzling, right? And I'm seeing girls. I'm talking about dresses. You know, before I was married, my thing was this. Why are you pulling the dress down when you knew it was short when you wore it out the door? I hate that. Let it ride. I mean, you wore it for a reason. Don't come outside trying to pull it down when you wore it for a reason. Let it ride. I never understood that. Right? So I'm talking about just different girls. Just they got you know, they over here pulling it down and let it ride. 7 again. 7 again. Right? And Key was like, babe, you know, I love FAMU. She's like, but I don't think this is a place that I would want my daughter to go to. Now, if my son wanted to go to FAMU, I know he's going to bring back something with some baby hairs laid. I'm talking about like stuck to the side of her temple, and she gonna be listen. You bring a girl back from FAMU to a cookout. All you gonna hear is, "I see your nephew." That's my boy Blaine, my boy Derek. Some of my best men, all they gonna say is, "I see your nephew." That's all they gonna say. "I see your nephew. I see what you're doing. I see that." So I'm cool with it, right? I'm cool with it. My son light skin, he cool. He gonna give you the light skin squint and all that. He gonna teach him the light skin squint. You know, they usually got the light skin people in her family and stuff like that. So it is what it is. It's just different. It's different. I'm just talking about baddies everywhere. It's like bad girl central, okay? So and then you take a ride down across the track. Then you got like carrots and asparagus everywhere, just walking asparaguses, just skinny white women just walking. Now they got some thick little white girls, but most of them just little skinny asparagus walking everywhere. So it's whatever your flavor is. It's whatever your flavor is. You know what I'm saying? So listen. They need a field house. If FAMU, back to my main point, if FAMU ever got a field house, like if you just took Southern's field house, right, and landed it in Florida and landed it on FAMU's campus, you don't want to see FAMU. You don't want to see it. You don't. They don't need it. They don't need a bigger stadium. They don't need none of that. All that other stuff is a luxury. It's all added once and all that. But I'm telling y'all, if you dropped a field, if you took Southern's field house and dropped it at FAMU, it's a problem. It's a problem. So I do think that FAMU needs a celebrity coach for the fundraising to make that stuff happen and make it change and get. Oh yeah. PVs. They not using it. Oh man! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's not fair. I'm sorry. That's not fair. I'm sorry. That's not. You know. I'm sorry. That wasn't right. That wasn't right at all. It was fair, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right at all. But you get my point. So back to the matter at hand. Right? Back to the matter at hand. Oh man. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was funny. All right, so that's just my little 2 cents on that. But at the end of the day, going back to the Ed Reed situation, all I'm gonna say is this: that Ed Reed at Grambling could put Grambling in situation. Because listen, I'm gonna say it again. What are we doing this for? Are you doing it for wins or are you doing it for resources? Right? That is what it is. Are you doing it for wins? Or are you doing it for resources? Sorry, I'm texting somebody. My bad. I can't multitask very well. My bad. So what are you doing it for, right? Because I'm gonna keep telling. Listen. All you alums can miss me. What I'm gonna say is this: it's very simple. Resources will outlast any coach you got. Resources, a foundation, will outlast the house. I want you to think about that, right? If your foundation is solid, it will outlive the house that is built on top of it. So if you got the right resources, it will outlast any bad coach you decide to hire. Very simple. Very simple. So you might as well get all you can while you can get it. And I'm not saying every school needs a celebrity guy. I don't think Southern. I really don't think Southern needs a celebrity guy. For being honest, I think they got enough. Alabama State's one of those guys too. I don't think Alabama State needs a celebrity guy. Would it add to the mystique of some of these classics? I think A&M needs a celebrity guy. Ain't nobody checking for Alabama A&M. Nobody. Right? They need a one-ish way. Okay, thank you. One-ish way. He cared from Tally, so he go one-ish anyway. So it's that for me, right? So to me, at the end of the day, certain schools need certain things to happen for them to put them in a better position that will outlast that coach. If I got you for 3 to 4 years, but the facilities outlast me for 20, once again, the practice field for Jackson State is going to outlast any coach that they get. It's going to outlast TC Taylor, but they're all going to benefit from it. It's things like that, right? That's all I'm saying. So you need, in certain situations, in certain spots, right? Valley just needs to go to Division II. There's no helping that, okay? There's no helping that. You could bring Jerry Rice back. Ain't no helping that, right? Bethune-Cookman needs a celebrity guy. A&M needs a celebrity guy, right? I think PV with a celebrity guy with those facilities, Jesus Christ. All right. Open up the call lines. 518-263-8124. 518-263-8124.
There is one other participant in the conference.
Perry, coming to you. Perry.
Yo,
What's goody? You live.
man, how you gonna throw me in there with the talking about the lackluster thinking, man? How you gonna throw your boy under the bus? See, I told him how you'll do you.
Wait,
How you gonna do me like that?
throw who under the bus? Who I threw on the bus?
I'm hearing you talking about the Southern coaching hire. Then you gonna say I'll come on there and justify for any bad hires? Come on, man. There's a lot of names, but I know you just had to find a familiar name for Southern, didn't you? You thought about. I know you did.
I did J-Max and you. I think those are solid guys.
You can't put me in none of the categories, man, because you know if anybody's a forward thinker when it comes to a head coach at
That's
Southern,
fair.
I raise my hand to probably leading the pack.
That's fair. I'll give you that. I'll retract my statement.
Like that.
I'll retract my statement. Strike it from the record. Strike it from the record.
I had to call. I said, man, I know you didn't do me like that, bro. Like, if all the people that's gonna be forward thinking, you know, Perry White is a forward thinker.
That's fair. I'll give you that, P.
So, but I just figured, I said, he in the moment, he couldn't think of no other people names at Southern. He thought about Perry, so he said, let me throw Perry in the mix too. No, come on, bro. You know me when it comes to. I feel like Southern, the way I treat Southern, like we damn SEC, and I know we not. But when it comes to the mindset of searching for a coach, when it comes to the mindset of athletics, when it comes to the mindset of the school as a whole, you know I don't do no lackluster shit. Come on, Scott.
What you want me? What you want me to throw your other boy under the bus? You want me to throw Uncle Flood on the bus? Listen. I'll throw that man under the bus quick because he'll be.
I don't even think he would even.
Oh, negative. No. We will not let Uncle Flood ride with that because he was riding the Dooley bandwagon when he first got there. Let's not play this game.
I'm not here to play a game with you. I'm here to clear now. When somebody else can call in to clear their name up, but I just wanted to clear my name up because I heard my name through into the fight. I said, I know this nigga didn't do me like that. I thought we was better than that. And you threw me in there because anybody that know me know I'm not a lackluster thinker. I'm a very forward thinker. Sometimes I think I'm ahead of my time. So that's all. I just want to call now. Anybody else you name, that's on me to defend. And I'm not here to bring nobody else's name, but I just had to clear my name. Because when I heard you say that, I said, I know this dude. You know me better than that. And you know I'm not going to side with anything that seems to be lackluster moving forward at something.
I mean, you roll with Dooley.
Now, that's me.
You did roll with Dooley, though. You was making a lot of excuses. When I was saying you backdoored your way to a championship, you was like, for a first-year head coach.
Again, that was the institution.
Oh, my God.
You always know. Come on now. So I'm going to do you like you do everybody else. When you're yelling and all that. I said this before. My loyalty don't never lies with the individual. It lies with the institution. Now, because it was Dooley that happened to be the coach, it was nothing I could do about it. But the name Southern University made it into the championship. It didn't say Eric Dooley and Southern University. It said Southern. I was just happy to be there, Scotty. Wouldn't everybody else be happy to be there?
You're right, they would.
I don't give a damn how we got there. I was just happy to be there. The fact that the type of season we had, the up and down, the bullshit we saw, the lies we heard, and I'm like, damn, we still ended up here. However we got here, I'm just happy to be here. But it's for Southern University. I always continue to tell you this. My loyalty lies with the institution, not the individuals. I'm going to come and go. Those names of people that you see or hear going to come and go. The institution going to live forever. So that's why I wanted you to understand, and anybody else to understand, Perry White ain't never going to be lackluster when it comes to Southern. And I hope everybody have that same mindset when it comes to their HBCU or whatever that they support. You got to be forward thinking. You got to want better, not only for yourself, but for the community and the environment of people that surround you. I always want better for Southern. If we're going to be doing all this here, we should have just kept Oldham.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm just, and clearly I'm a big Oldham fan, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah, you huge.
Outside of anybody that can top what he was able to do, And that was competing for championships every year. Hell, we at least we was doing that. But I'm just looking for Southern to make the right hire. Somebody, once again, like I said last week on the Jaguar Journal, if I'm sitting down and I'm an AD or I'm on a committee, I want to first realize what can I do for a program in the state of Louisiana that has Northwestern State, McDonough, Nichols, and Southeastern. That's 4 FCS schools, and then you factor in Grambling. You got 5 FCS schools in your footprint that you're competing against, whether you play them and you're recruiting against these kids.
Yeah.
For student athletes and for students. I want somebody who can come in and have an understanding of just building us to an FCS program. And I always continue to say, when it comes to football, I don't use the term HBCU when it comes to sports. I know we compete for the SWAC championship. We compete for the Celebration Bowl. If that's where we're capping ourselves, then yeah, you win the Celebration Bowl. We don't want to throw HBCU national champions. In actuality, you just a Celebration Bowl winner. Right? We throw in this imaginary HBCU football champion, but in actuality, you're literally just a Celebration Bowl winner. When you win the SWAC championship, you're the SWAC champion. You win the Celebration Bowl, you're the Celebration Bowl champion. But if you're going to build a program, for me, Southern has the dynamic and the possibilities when you got a fan base, when you got the notoriety. Because let's be real, outside of LSU in the state of Louisiana, nobody else holds the same weight. Even the FBS mid-majors in UL, Louisiana Tech, even Tulane with the winning that they have going on right now, and ULM don't hold the same weight that Southern. That's why nobody shows up to their game. But when Southern shows up to their game, we sell out their stadiums. People are excited about the brand that we have. We got to hire somebody that can excite and take our brand to the next level. The brand is there. We just got to elevate it. And that's why I'm a forward thinker of when I believe when it's time to get somebody in position who can elevate the brand and who can put us in a position to be, if not the best, of one of the best FCS programs first within the state. Because if you can be the best FCS program in the state of Louisiana, I think you can have a lot of success in the SWAC. And if you want to say HBCU football, because Southeastern clearly beat FAMU a couple years ago, didn't it? Nichols is a team in Northwestern State, and McDonough, regardless of how people feel about it, the Southlands being a dwindled conference, still, if you could put them head-to-head against the SWAC, I still would go with the Southland over the SWAC every day.
I get you that. I agree with you on that one.
And that's all I'm saying. So I want somebody who can have that mindset that let's take over the state first. If I can become, because we can't beat nobody at Southern in the state of Louisiana, not named Grambling. And we've played since I've been here, everybody in the state except Southeastern and Nichols since I've been here. But they have a past to playing Nichols. But I want somebody to have that mindset. If you can get Louisiana control with the market and the brand that we have, the only other team, the only other market that can rival you is right down the street at LSU. You can literally have this state, but you got to have somebody in the position that can take it and elevate you to the next level. But that's how I feel about it. Who that may be, I don't know. I'm not on the committee, and I don't have nothing to do with it.
It's probably Curtis Johnson. That's what Southern feeling. Appreciate the call, Perry. It's probably Curtis Johnson. Boy, Perry will soliloquy you to death. Anyway, let me say this before I get up out of here, right? Because I got to pick up my kids at the bus stop. So I'm shutting the call lines down because I don't got time to mess with y'all Bama's. Let me say this. I got a text message that says the coach from West Georgia, the one that's in South Carolina, he wasn't even interviewed. I'm going to tell you right now, because I think Buddy Pugh is the interim AD. The fact of the matter is that Bama was not even interviewed is a disservice. And South Carolina State alums should be up in arms. Up in arms. The fact that the Bama wasn't even interviewed. And the fact of the matter is you jumped on the Chinnisberry bandwagon and the Bama got his ass whooped in back-to-back playoff appearances. What are we doing? It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous that the man he's a South Carolina State alum. He was underneath Buddy Pugh. He coached at Lenore Ryan. He's coached at Mercer, and he didn't even get an interview. Absolutely asinine. Absolutely asinine. I got a text message about that, and I just had to say that in everything like that. So last thing, I'm gonna say this. This from what I just got a text message. This is pretty hot. This is pretty hot. This is pretty hot. From what I've been told, this is pretty hot. And now from what I've been told, there's a few names for Grambling, and Ed Reed is in one of them. He's in the top 3 or top 4 of the head coaches. I'm going to say this. If it's a choice between Chinnisberry and Ed Reed, there is no freaking choice. How are we comparing the two? Leave Chinnisberry in Columbia and bring Ed Reed to Grambling. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's not a choice. It's not even a decent, because I'm going to say this. Ed Reed keeps all your talent. Listen to what I'm telling you. Travion Scott, I'm a Scott, you're a Scott. Put your Scott hat on, okay? Put your Scott hat on. If you're trying to keep the talent in the building, you got to hire Ed Reed. And what Ed Reed is going to do, because Cedric Thornton had your defense looking like ass. Absolute ass. You bring in Ed Reed, he revamps the defense, you bring in more talent offensively, and now you're dealing with a freaking monster. I'm going to say it again. If the choice is between Ed Reed and Chinnisberry, leave Chinnisberry's ass in Columbia. There's no shot at Chinnis. He's not Ed Reed. Okay? Okay. I've seen Grambling's facilities. It ain't all that. It ain't. Okay? Get Ed Reed in there. Let him revamp some stuff. Get him with Urban Edge. And let's take this thing to the next level. And maybe the next time somebody sees Key with a Grambling hoodie on, they don't say, "Go Dogs." They say, "Go Tigers." Just my little 2 cents on that. All right, listen, guys, I appreciate everybody's time. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. If you subscribe, make sure you is. Hey, tonight there will be no The Breakdown. All right, there will be no The Breakdown tonight. I got plans. All right, I got plans. So we'll be back on another time. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'ma holla. God bless.
Baby, who is Swipe? Who is?